Kevin is, that is absolutely
But
applicable. There are a lot of times where y'all just don't like the guy because they're like
but
nerdy acting or geeky acting or something like that.
but here's my thing though. Don't flaunt your white woman in my face because that's what you feel. That's your decision. I'll go here. I've dated nothing but
Okay.
black men my whole life. That's all I've dated. I'm not gonna go because, and I'm not gonna go and say flaunt like this because oh he's better. He says I'm not gonna do that.
If you happen to get a Caucasian guy,
right? I'm
exactly.
not gonna do
Yeah.
something like
What
that.
makes you
But
feel that you're flaunted on? Like, what makes you feel someone's flaunt? Like, what makes you feel someone's intentionally trying to rub it in your
I
face that
mean,
they're with?
my whole thing is like, if I walk past, you gotta grab on her real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you gotta hold her hand.
Yeah, right.
Or you gotta be like, oh, but dude, I don't care.
And see,
these slices.
And are these people you know, or just like random people you see in public?
They're just random people.
They're just like random people.
Exactly.
Because I have people that have.
I've never paid that much attention to anyone in my
You
life.
gotta
That's
be
why I was like, I'm like, really? Like, who looks at stuff like that? Like, maybe he's hugging up on his girl.
I'm
Like,
telling
maybe
you're talking to two women here, but when I talk to other women, we
Maybe
all say very similar things. Like when you see like an interracial couple,
maybe
and we're like,
maybe it's a short thing because I'm short, so I see more. Maybe I don't know.
I have never in my life.
Because
All right, so my other thing is,
if you guys pay attention, that happens to us time and time again. And it's women of all ages. Brianna is younger. I have older women that's like my age, and we all say very similar things. That did you check him out? Like somebody really interested in him. It is a vibe that men put off. Some black men, not all, but some black men put that vibe off. Like whoa, like yeah.
Are they putting it off, or are you automatically? Like, are you? I don't know. I don't know. Like that's kind of. That's kind of. I don't know.
And the other thing of it is,
no, because here's the thing. I'm a very confident sister. So I was married. I was married for almost 30 years. And so I'm a very confident woman. And so I know when a man is being, you like, ooh, really? And I have to let him know it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine with that. I tell him point blank. I'm cool with that.
I had said one. You love her. I don't.
Exactly. And
I just can't. And I'm not saying you're wrong. Like I'm not disagreeing. I just can't picture. Like if I'm dating outside of my, I just can't picture like a sister walking up and then me like, oh, let me rub it in her. Like I just can't. Like who does that? Like what? Where are you hanging? I need to visit Chicago. Or
but here's the thing.
But how much of this is actually the white woman though?
I help this out a little bit. Some of the ones I'm talking about, some of them are kind of bought me, so we just can't go off that.
Where is this happening at? Like,
but it's not all in it. It's in every different demographic that I talk to women that we said that time and time again. And I don't even have to finish my statement, and a woman will say, "Yep, girl, this one, so this happened to me." So it's not just it's like across the board. You know, and I say across the board, I mean age-wise, that men tend to do that, and black men tend to do that. And I don't see white men as me.
Let me write this down just in case I ever date outside my race. I just want to, if I ever see a sister, if I ever walk up on this, I'll just freeze. I'll just hold still, and I need to write that one down. Just.
But the thing is, how much of it is the white woman's or the other woman's insecurities? How do we know that she don't tell him in their intimate moments that, dang, when we get around other black women, I feel like you want them more than you want me. So now he has to go out of his way to be more affectionate to her, to let her know in those situations that she is the one that he wants, even in those settings. So now that's going to automatically give off a different vibe because you're seeing it in public. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things go on behind closed doors, and people are fragile. People are fragile, very fragile, and like if you have somebody that's attentive to you and they're listening to you, then they're going to go out of their way to make sure that you feel accepted by them in all situations. So a lot of that is, well, I'm not saying it is, but in my opinion, that's what it could be.
I asked this question because I said I can come from two perspectives. Like I said, I was married to a black man for 30 years. I'm now engaged to a Caucasian man. And when we're out or whatever, it's not the vibe that we get from say other females. It's not a negative vibe. So I don't understand why we get the negative vibe from the black man and we don't get that vibe from the black female.
Okay, because let's go here. Because some of the black men we talking about is a boat.
And you can say that, but it's not all of them. It's not all of them. The ones that you maybe encounters that you've had,
right?
That's not all the encounters that I've had.
I mean, different encounters. I said the ones I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So can I ask this question?
You sure can.
If you were out in public and that were to happen with a black guy dating a sister, would you notice it?
Wait, ask that question again. Explain.
Or
that same exact
for it?
Yeah, with that same exact scenario. If that happened instead of with the biracial couple, if that happened with a black guy dating a sister, would you notice it?
With a black guy, what do you mean with a white guy dating a sister?
No, two black male, black female. If that if that same as that, would you notice it? Would you say, oh, why he flaunting her all in my face? It's the only reason you notice it because her skin is lighter?
But you know what? I probably wouldn't, and I will tell you why. It's because when it's happened to me, when it's happened to me, it's like that man goes out of his way to let us know that this is what I have.
Yeah, and I was trying to be objective. So I was trying to, in lieu of all right, it happens someone's going out of their way. If you don't notice it when it happens with a, regular couple, then maybe it's kind of, at that point, it sounds more like a bias almost. So
yeah, that's respectfully, that's not it. That's not it, because it's two of us women who say the same.
To Kevin's point, you're almost looking for it to happen. You're almost wanting it to happen. And that's.
And here's the thing. Sometimes when it happens, reverse it, it is still that situation. It's the black guy with a white woman. When one say, hello, how are you? And so I've noticed that too. I've noticed when they are speaking and when they're engaging, I noticed that as well. And I'm like, wow, okay. He cool. And then she'll look at you and say, hi, how are you? So I've noticed that before. And so I'm surprised when I get that from the brother when he is engaging and so on.
So I'm supposed to be in Chicago in December.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I could see some of these things. I gotta take good notes so that when I get off the plane in Chicago, I want to be able to pick up on all of this that y'all bring to me. Maybe it's just a Chicago. I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you on that. I'm I could never I'm just not that observant. I would never notice.
Okay,
if it were in my face, I would never notice. And two, it just, I don't know. It just seems.
It's not just Chicago. Like I said, I've lived in Chicago. I've lived on the West Coast. I've lived in LA. I've lived on the West Coast. So I notice it. But here's the thing that I think on the West Coast, it's more when you see the mixed races. So it's not such a big deal. I don't know why it is like that in the Midwest, but on the West Coast, it's not such, because we see it all the time.
Key phrase you just said.
Right, it's the Midwest. So it's just it's more noticeable here than on the West Coast.
So L, you ask these highly intelligent men about biracial and interaction and why do men do this, and I'm just going to change this a little bit, because that's the type of question that I don't think these guys will act that kind of way, even if they were in a biracial relationship. Men ask,
okay, well, that's good to know.
Men ask questions to women that this fundamental on you're coexisting together in happiness. Questions like, why don't you have an answer for what you want to eat when you're hungry? You know what I'm saying? That's a good question that men would like some insight on. That when I ask you, hey babe, what you want to eat because you hungry? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm hungry. All right, well, what you want to eat? I don't know. What you want? Now wait a minute. Now we got to go back and forward. Well, I got to tell me what you want to eat. You see how that question?
I know that.
You see how that question is fundamental to how we operate as in cohesive manner. These the kind of things that men need to know to help us love you better. You know what I'm saying?
Is that really that important to you?
It decreases the stress in day-to-day operations.
I can't really imagine important, you know, if my family said, well, babe, what do you want to eat? I'm like, and I will say at that moment I probably won't know, and I'll say whatever you choose is fine.
No, it's not. No,
but
it's
it
not.
should be. But it should be.
But it's not typically.
But it's not.
I'm gonna go.
Are you all serious?
No, it seriously is not. No.
Wow.
I won't go there.
Wow.
And that's coming from me. It's always not. They literally want to know what exactly do you want, because then they might say something and then that's not what you want. Then that turns a whole nother argument, and now ain't nobody eating because it's like 2 hours later.
That's my point.
All right. In my experience, like, so women, like, not knowing what you want to eat is that's cool. That's okay. But in my experience, what I've learned throughout my, I guess, adult life is that women kind of like that, like the thoughtfulness and assertiveness of like throwing suggestions out there instead of like, hey, what do you want to eat? Like, hey, let's eat at I don't know, let's eat at Firebirds tonight. Let's eat at wherever tonight. Like, I think women are attracted to one, like we took the time to, you know, like either make plans or put something together, and they like that. Like, I think, and you could correct me as I'm wrong, because like I'm not a female, I hope you could tell, but it's like, I think women are attracted to that assertiveness. Like, instead of like, hey, what do you want to eat? Like, I think women like it when a guy like makes a plan and like not tell you what you're gonna eat, but like puts it out there like, hey.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the conflict comes in terms of like, hey, what do you want to eat and whatnot. I think it's like I think to a degree y'all kind of want to be told what to eat to a small degree, but then like have the freedom to change your so. That's just
now, not right there, you on it, because I 1000% agree. I don't. Okay. Yeah. Unless I tell you specifically this is what I want for dinner, and if you go ahead and unless I say specifically what I want, and you give me something else, then it's gonna be an argument. But if I say I don't care, go ahead and do something, I'm fine with that.
Wait a minute, where are you always compromising? Wait, please.
I told you I was married for 30 years. Now I gotta do it. I had to rework some stuff.
Again, in my whole life, you ain't never.
Because here's the deal. Because when I was married for 30 years,
Are you trying to evolve? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, you're never too old to change. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. I said when I was married for 30 years, I said your dad never said I'm gonna make dinner. I always knew that was not on the table.
Wait.
So I always had to know that I had to make dinner, figure out what that was, because he would, if I said, what you want for dinner? I don't care.
Wait.
So that's what I got. So I always had to do that.
Wait, I'm gonna stop for you. Do you know she's trying to be nice because y'all on today? Do you know the torture she gives me and Dr. Fight on a regular Monday? Why are you trying to be so nice?
No. But when he was talking, I said, I get him. I get that, because there are some days I don't care what. I don't want to worry about what the menu is, what I'm cooking. I need you to say, I got it tonight. That's what I need. Listen for me. I didn't have that for 30 years. I had to do all of that. Okay. I no longer want to do all of that.
That's fine with a daddy. I'm just saying, normally when it's me and Dr. Fight, you're in left field. You're in midfield and you're trying to be
well, the thing is, Dr. Fight asking good questions, and then I got people on today that look at that like that's sensible. Dr. Fight is not always rational. That's the thing.
What? Pause.
But I don't know what I started here. But
when has Dr. Fight never not been rational? I have rational thoughts.
I mean, I remember a few times way back in the day.
Whoa, Kevin.
All right. Let's reel this in. Let's reel it in.
Believe me.
Man, all right. I'm not answering questions anymore.